Welcome back to English with Values. I'm so happy you chose to spend the next chunk of time with me. Lately I have been thinking a ton about where we put our energy, right? It feels like we are all constantly running this invisible race, chasing that tiny bit of validation from outside. Whether it's a like on a post, a pat on the back from a boss, or just hearing a friend say, "You did a good job." Look, trying to prove your worth all the time is just completely draining. If that feeling of being totally run down sounds familiar, then you absolutely need to stick around for the next 20 minutes or so. Because what we are going to dig into is not some complicated heavy duty self help routine. It's actually the simplest, lowest effort thing you can do for yourself. And the return of investment is huge. We are calling this little chat the secret of liking yourself, a low effort guide. Because let's be honest, the formal term self love can sound a bit intimidating, like something only Guru do. But trust me, this is about small, subtle shifts in how you talk to yourself. So, seriously, settle in and let's just figure this whole thing out together. Now, when you first hear self love, what immediately springs to mind? Is it buying that expensive thing you don't need? Is it just lying on couch watching TV all day? For ages the world told us self-love was purely transactional. You deserve a treat, go buy one. And look, sometimes a treat is exactly what you need, but those are just nice little breaks. They don't fundamentally change the engine running your life. The real, genuine power of self love, the stuff that actually makes a difference, is simply the skill of treating yourself with the same level of kindness and patience you would automatically give your closest mate. I mean, think about it. If your best friend totally messed up, missed an important deadline, or maybe said something really awkward in a big group, would you rip into them? Would you call them useless or dumb? Never. You would probably tell them, "Hey, dust yourself off. Everyone messes up. You all have off days." Then why, when we trip up, when we do some mistake, our own inner voice turns into this unbelievably harsh critic? We have to realize that this constant internal negativity, this relentless state of judgment, is actually having a physical effect on us. And I'm going to throw in a quick, painless bit of science here. When you are constantly criticizing yourself, your brain actually can't differentiate between that internal verbal attack and, say, a physical threat. So, what happens? It pumps out those stress hormones like cortisol. This keeps your whole system on edge, running in perpetual stress mode, and that's why you feel so unbelievably exhausted. Practicing self compassion, even just for a few seconds, literally signals to your brain that the danger is over. It lowers the cortisol. It's like a natural biological calm down button. So this isn't about wishy-washy concept. It's a practically medicine for your nervous system. We have all been led to believe we need to earn self-love. We set up these bizarre rules. I'll start being nice to myself after I hit that next big goal, or I will be confident when I finally get everything perfect. And we burn the candle at both ends chasing these goals, only to instantly invent a new, harder goal the second we achieve the old one. That's, my friend, is a cycle we need to put a stop to. Self love isn't a reward for being perfect, It's the solid ground you stand on so that you can actually navigate all the twists and turns that life throws at you. You don't need to do a complete 180 and become a new person. The real work is much, much smaller. It starts with just catching that nasty internal monologue. Try this simple experiment for a few days. When you feel disappointed in yourself, just pause. Take 3 deep breaths and genuinely think, how would I talk to my little cousin or my younger self right now? You would not be cruel, would you? You would be gentle. You would be a cheerleader. That tiny pause is where the most powerful growth lives. It's what we need to focus on. And while we are on the subject of growth, for those of you using this as English listening practice, whole concept is a perfect parallel. Think about learning a new phrase or trying to grasp a really complex sentence structure. You won't nail it immediately. You have to be patient with yourself. You have to replay it. You have to consciously give yourself a break. Imagine if every time you didn't understand a new idiom, you stopped and told yourself you were failing and should quit the language entirely. You would never make any progress, would you? This is the exact same principle for life itself. We all are lifelong learners. We are going to have awkward interactions. We are going to misread a situation. We are going to occasionally mess things up. The aim isn't to somehow prevent these moments. That's just impossible, huh? The aim is to develop that calm, consistent inner voice that simply says, okay, that went sideways. What's the lesson? And yeah, one other truly crucial part of this low effort self love is just setting boundaries. I know that word can sound heavy, but really, boundaries are just about communicating your needs clearly both to other people and to yourself. If you are a person who constantly says yes when every fiber of your being wants to say no, you are essentially sending a message to your internal self that its needs aren't important. Setting a simple, healthy boundary like I can only stay and help until 7 p.m. or maybe just I need to take a break from this conversation now is a huge act of self respect. It's an easy move that carries serious weight. You are prioritizing your own stability, and that isn't selfish. It's absolutely essential. We all know that common phrase, you can pour water from an empty jar. It might sound like a tired cliche, but it's 100% accurate. Self love is just the act of making sure that jug is regularly topped up without any guilt attached. So, as we bring our conversation to a close, let's go back to that central idea. We are genuinely growing in this together, and this is not some ultimate finish line, it's a daily practice. Just like listening to a podcast to get better at English, you don't just listen once and become a native speaker. You absorb things and steadily, almost without noticing, you improve. And that's the wonderful optimistic takeaway here. You don't need to wait for someone else's permission or for a perfect day or for some huge life achievement to start being nice to yourself. You can literally start right now with one tiny change. Maybe the next time you catch your reflection, instead of instantly pointing out 3 things you want to change, you just pause and say, hey, you are here and you are doing your best. It might feel a little weird at first, but honestly, it gets right to the heart of the matter. It completely sidesteps that inner critic and gives your brain that hit of peacefulness it really needs. This daily practice won't just make you feel good, it makes you stronger, more resilient, and much better equipped to take on the world. It's not magic, but it is the strongest foundation you can build. Seriously, give yourself that grace. You have definitely earned it. Thanks so much for hanging out and exploring this with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon button. Thank you.